Hello everybody, it's the week of the Gold Cup, and as you see, Lance Michael is here out of popular request actually, because punters really enjoyed Lance's take and particularly the information he provided before July week where the money was going, because that's always important, particularly on a day like the Gold Cup with all of the features. So Lance, welcome. We're at the headquarters of SoccerShop.bet. It's a big week, it's a big weekend for you guys.
Yeah, good to be back, Neil. Good to have you back.
Yeah.
You worked well. Good to see you.
We're down man count, thank God, and all clear. So it's a fantastic race meeting. We're going to go through. What I want to do is get the price boosters. Remember that SoccerShop.bet have some fantastic price boosters. So actually in the Champions race, there's two there. So if you got the green light, there's a price booster already there, and there's also one for Jet Dark, which is an indication perhaps what SoccerShop.bet like in the race, but we'll get to that later. But look, we're going to dictate it and just follow it through with the price boosters. Now the first race is due off at 11:35, and you've priced, that's the Dali Arabian race, 11:35. It's a listed contest. You've price boosted Native Tongue, which tells me you think it could get big.
I think the merit rating's caught up with him, Neil. It's a bit of a competitive race. There's a lot of horses that are coming back to the sand that were on the turf, like Guru's Pride, which is a big prize. And I think it's a competitive race. Native Tongue for me, if they take under 5-1, I'll be fortunate. I'm happy to lay 5-1 or 3.5-1.
Yeah, this is why we love racing, because it's about opinion, and what we like about SoccerShop.bet is that they have their opinion and they're prepared to lay it, and that's the critical thing. Nico was telling me you guys best prices in the land, and 25,000 claim on anything but a first timer.
Yes, so the boosters are not 5 grand or 10 grand. We're happy to lay out 25 at the price we got on the booster, then adjust. So yes, you know what, it's an opinion Jason has, it's an opinion I have, and we like to give the clients a bit of an advantage.
And that's what racing's all about, you know. Even when you go to the sales, it's about opinion.
Funny enough, the prize boosters we behind.
Yeah, I know you are. I know you are, because we've offered them a few times. And that's good. It means maybe you've got some astute clients.
I'm happy that guys are betting and that they're looking at the prize boost and that they're winning. I mean, we don't want to give them prize boost and they will lose.
Correct, absolutely.
It's our opinion. We're not right all the time, but as it happens, we're behind.
Okay, they're behind. They're still here, but they're behind. I've noticed that. So maybe if you like Native Tongue, the price boost is there. Let's jump to race 4. I think is the next race. Let's jump to race 4, because I don't want to spend time on races 2 and 3. Although we do know that it's going to be a massive day in terms of turnovers. Because of all these features. So the next is the Umkomazi Stakes. It's grade 2, and here Gallic Chief will be a very warm order for many, but you guys are price boosting.
Tricky contest, Neil. I mean, these horses that run against each other, if they take under 5-1 again, I see it's 3.5-1 on the dissemination. We're happy to lay 5-1. I think we'll lay 5. I don't think we'll lay under 5-1 any horse in this race.
Yes,
as it happens. But yes, it's a horse that's going to be hot. And it's a horse that'll have its followers. I like a funny horse show, Neil, number 8. Good luck pronouncing.
I was going to say, let's just call it number 8. I guarantee you, it must be a Hollywood Bets horse.
It is. I like it. I think it'll improve, and I think it's right in the race.
Okay, let me have a quick look without saying what it is. We need
Easy Boom Gungu.
Yeah, Easy Boom Gungu. Who's a Water Winter. They're doing the job. And Peter Muscat's in good form as well, isn't he?
He's a good trainer.
He is a good trainer.
I think he's a decent trainer.
Yeah, well, I know Nico's got his give me the green light with Peter, so...
not the worst choice.
Yeah, that was a good run by Amburex.
No, it's a good run, Neil.
Cool. What price is that? I was going to say, stop the show.
Yeah, 6-1.
Is it? Yeah.
I tell you, the line that needs to be absolutely brassed is the Fortuner's board of, what's it called? Board of Aaron.
Board of Aaron.
The worst form line in the world.
Really? Yeah. Okay. He told me at the July, I had a conversation with him, which was actually quite a pleasant conversation before we had one with the policeman, which wasn't so good. And he told me Bard of Avon's a real top-class horse. But interesting you're saying that you don't think the form line's not great.
Really, really bad.
Okay, so there you go. Gallic Chief, if you want that, and it will be popular, 5-1 available with the price boost. Let's move on to race 5. Here's a horse that actually won on July Day, Supreme Quest. This is the Tequani Stakes, a grade 1. This is for obviously the 2-year-olds or the babies, and you want to lay Supreme Quest.
I think it'll be better over less, Neil. It was an impressive win at grade. It was a 1300, it's now 1600.
Yes.
The best horse in the race is Reigning Holland, by far. And in my opinion, the second best horse in the race is number 2, but the stable is dead out of form, Eternity Ring.
Yes.
You know, he ran with Desert Dreamer.
Yes.
Desert Miracle, sorry.
yes. Yeah.
And he was giving Desert Miracle weight.
Yes.
And he ran 3 lengths. How good is that run?
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
So if he comes to run, he's a runner, but the best horse in the race is Reigning Holland. And I don't think the one will enjoy the 1600 as much as it would the shorter.
Out of a lecture mare, right? And lecture principally was a sprinter. Duke of Marmalade, yes. Sure. I mean, she has done nothing wrong, right? She's won 4 on the bounce. So, Supreme Quest, you going what price?
5 to
1 as well. Okay, so there you go.
And that's 3 to 1 on the blower.
Yeah.
So we're having a bit of a dip there.
Okay.
And again, it'll have its followers, and rightly so. It was an impressive winner.
Absolutely. Well, that's again, come back to opinion. I mean, not every horse might appeal. I mean, but if there is somebody out there who particularly likes something as his best bet, Gallic Chief, whatever, then you're getting value.
Exactly.
And that's the other thing about racing. You know, you might back 20 losers in a row. I've got no problem with a punter doing that. If the 20 losers he's backing are value, if you're getting the wrong value, you're going to die in the game.
Yeah, you won't get to 20 losers. You won't have money.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
But exactly. So you've got to find value, and the game's all about value.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on to race 6. Did you have one in race 6? You
Yes,
did.
a bit of a competitive race. I've taken a bit of a liberty on another champ. It's got decent form.
The
maiden
Atos,
form
yeah.
wasn't
Another
bad.
Water Winter, Joey Soma's
Yes.
yard, was very highly touted on debut and won well.
Correct, and this one could be very much a sucker punch for the Soccer Shop team, but I think the best horse in the race is Waterbury Lane,
Yes.
and I think he's meeting a weaker field now than he met on July Day. So, but the 8's unexposed.
Yes.
He could be anything, and he could really be a smart horse, and he could win. But that's the chance we're willing to take.
Waterbury Lane, I got to watch the race actually with Mike DeCock, because Mike was part of our Super Sport broadcast, and he'd just come in after Desert Miracle at 1, so he watched, and we were both very impressed with his turn of foot.
Yes,
He won really
up,
well.
and I think he's going to prefer the 1600.
Yeah, he's certainly probably the best soft falling rein out there, I
I
would
think
imagine.
he's a top horse. The Joey Soma horses falling into the category of Castletown in that race where
Correct, when missing. Good horse, but
First
bit too
run,
much too early, yes.
too early into a group race.
True.
But Joey, you know what, he's a good trainer, and I don't want to double guess him, but I'm willing to lay 5 for him.
And I think they won this race with Give Me the Green Light, didn't they?
Yes.
Not Give, well, got the green light. I think they got the green light,
Yeah.
obviously, a couple of years ago when he was a juvenile.
Yeah.
Okay, so race 6, that's the prize boost there. I agree with you. Just coming back to the Tukwani Stakes, and in fact all of those races, the Umkomazi, the Tukwani, and the Premier's Champion Stakes, season after season you do get spooks here.
Yeah. I had a horse that won the July Day race and run last in this race.
There you go. Yeah,
Stone last.
yeah, and that happens with 2-year-olds.
That's
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the World of Sport, Marshall's World of Sport Gold Cup Grade 3 over 3,200 meters. Let's start by saying the Gold Cup is not what it was when you and I were growing up.
Well, it
You go
was a
back
Group
20
1
years.
those days.
Yeah.
It's now
And it was a
Group 3.
proper Group 1.
So I think they've got it right with the
With the
rating.
grading,
It's a
yes.
Group 3.
So what does it leave us with? You're going to obviously take on an African Adventure. I
I
mean,
think 60 kilos.
It's a lot,
It's
isn't it?
huge weight
Yeah.
to carry over that distance. He's a decent horse, but there's a lot of decent horses in this race carrying light weight.
yeah, he's going to be vulnerable.
This is a result race, and I know every year we say the Gold Cup's a result race, but this year it's a result race. You've got
Put in
a
its place,
Bayberry
yeah.
with 55 kilos, you've got a Holy Warrior with 52 kilos, and you've got the favourite who's a joker,
Nothing,
2
throw it
to
in.
1. But he's got 52 and a half kilos.
I agree with you. I said we had our discussion with Graham Hawkins and Mike Wanklin from Dubai, and I said, you know, Nebraska, actually, because he won the
was
Gold
impressive.
Valves. Yeah, it was impressive.
Impressive.
I don't know how he could. I don't know. The handicapper, I haven't analysed it in detail, but how African Adventure can carry 60 and Nebraska
No,
52 and a
they've
half.
murdered African Adventure.
Oh,
Hence
yeah.
the reason they got it 4 to 1. I've gone 7 to 1 because, and I need to tell the viewers that
You've gone 7 to 1.
yeah, not only are we 7 to 1, we're 7 to 1 with fractions.
Okay.
So all our prices, you know, the bookmakers 1,000 or 160.
Yes,
so
yes.
Online, if you put in 160, you're going to get 1,000.
Okay.
Whereas any other website, you'll get 160 times 6.
Okay.
So
That's
we're
nice.
trying to give that little extra
Extra.
to try and create more interest as well.
There you go. So that's good. So fractions available and 7-1 African Adventure. That's in the Gold Cup. Gee,
But
that's
a
a big
lightweight
price.
will win, yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah. Listen, African Adventure's got the class again. So if punters out there say, never mind, he can carry 60, the value is there for them.
Exactly. And Joey Soma's going to have his followers. So
Of course.
again, but you know what? Like you said, opinions are what we do in this game.
Yes.
We end up with egg on our face, or we clever people.
I agree that it's a very tough race, very open race. Let's move on to a great race. There's no price boosters on it, but I want your opinion on the Mercury Sprint, because I think probably, apart from obviously the Champions Cup, which is a great race, this is a fantastic race. I mean, you've got Casimir, Rio Kurari, both from the Snaith Yard. You've got MK's Pride. You've got Battle Forces on the up. What did you think of the race?
I'm taking a strong stand here, Neil. I'm saying the Casimir form line is going to prove weak. And there's nothing to say that it will prove weak. I've just looked at horses that have run in the race, that have run close. And the main reason I'm saying it is Shanti, man. I was in so much trouble with it on July Day. And it looked for all money like it was going to win.
Yes.
And it kind of stopped.
Yes.
And Casimir came up the inside. So when I've done this race, I've kind of brassed the Casimir form line. So anything beyond Casimir, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I'm going to gamble, which makes the favourite an even stronger
Yeah.
favourite. But I respect the one. I know he's coming back in distance to Machiru Run.
What do you make of Al Sakit? I mean, he's got a huge reputation.
respect it.
And since he's been gelded, I mean, he always looked a little bit
Yes.
like he needed gelding on the
I
way
think
to the
that's
start.
incredible value intent.
Yeah.
Look, he could be blown out the water, but he's done nothing wrong. And you know, if I'm going to brass the form line and 60% of the horses on
Came
the
from
form
that.
line,
He's got to be a runner.
he's
yes.
not in the form line. Chimichiri's not in the form line. So if I take a pick 6, I'm going to put horses that aren't in that form line.
Correct, got you. Okay, so there it is. Lance's opinion is he doesn't
But
like
the favourite's a
the Casimir.
superstar.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, if it was a Clarewood, the old Clarewood, you'd
Correct.
label it, or even at Scottsville. But Gravel, I know he's well drawn, but
That's why I put in my book respect. I don't know about the price, but we had it 15 at 10, Jason, when he opened it.
yes.
It's opened even money. I do respect it, but I think it'll trade a lot better than it is.
Yeah. Okay, interesting take. It is horse racing at the end of the day. We don't race on paper. We race, in this case, at Gravel, and I know Graham Hawkins was saying he'd prefer to see the race at Scottsville, but you know, up the straight. But anyway, Mercury Sprint it is. Now, let's move on to two price boosters, as we spoke about in the big race of the day, the Hong Kong Jockey Club World Pool Champions Cups. And a reminder of that, not only is it a big day for SoccerShop.bet, but the tote, of course, will be humming because of the commingled pools. But you are going price boosting on the 4 Got the Green Light, which will be... That'll be huge for punters because he's got a massive following, but you're going to push him out.
This is more a realistic price than a boost.
Yes.
It's a boost compared to what's out there.
Yes.
I feel it's a horse that's going to trade 16, 17, 18 at 10. So I'm saying that the punters take the advantage. Can definitely win.
Yes.
The horse that I don't like is Jet Dog, and he's a 3-year-old.
Yes.
And the funny thing in the race is I like the 2 other 3-year-olds. So
Is that, let's just spend a bit of time on Jet Dog. Is that because of the Snaith form that hasn't exactly been...
that's definitely come into it. And I've looked at the form prior, and these 2 have beaten him.
Yes.
While at least Seeking the Stars has beaten
Yes.
him. Is it called Seeking?
Yeah, just Seeking the Stars.
Seeking the Stars has beaten him. And, you know, Seeking the Stars got close to Linebacker, who ran second in the July.
Is the 1800 just beyond those
That's
two?
the question mark. That's the question.
I agree with you, and in fact, when we had our, which you can go and watch, by the way, it's still on. Nico and I spoke to, as I mentioned, Graham Hawkins and Mike Wanklin, who are 2 great minds. When we spoke about this race, I said that the key is a 4-letter word. It's not what you're going to scream if you lose. It's pace. Where is the pace of the race? If it's a genuine pace race, right, then maybe the milers might get caught out. But if they go slow,
What's Warriors Best doing in the race?
I have no idea. I asked the same question.
Warriors Rest. What is that doing in the race? Is that not going to go to the front?
I don't know.
Crown Towers more than likely is a handy runner.
Well, there's a bit of pace here,
Right?
Seeking the Stars, but as you know, there's pace and there's genuine pace. I mean, you might do an Occult and go to the front and slow
And
down
stay
to suit
there.
yourself.
So, do it against coming in 3rd round. He's 2.5 kilos better off with giving
And he got a terrible passage in the race.
Yes, very good. So you won't be shocked to see him win.
So just to confirm then, so you're saying quite an open race, you're going to go a little bit wider. What are the price boosters then, the prices?
I've gone 8 to 1 Jet Dark or 5 to 1.
Okay, wow.
And we've gone 16 with the fraction, 16 at 10 off 13 at 10.
We've got the green light. Okay, so there it is. If you like got the green light, you're getting 16 to 10 with the fractions, and Jet Dark as big as 8 to 1, did you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is one of the better renewals.
Yeah, it's a nice race.
It's a
It is
really
a
nice
nice race.
race. I think there's chances in 6 or 7 of the horses, you know, that have realistic chances.
My feeling with Do It Again, because obviously I've had a lot of people say to me, they know that I took a big position on Do It Again in the July.
You were unlucky.
I was unlucky, but I didn't need it to win anyway, because the play for me was top 6 places, and spent 3 months. At one stage, I thought he's not going to run in the top 6 when he getting bowled out. And so a lot of folks have said to me, well, surely you like it here at the weights. But I'm not convinced that the drop back to 1800
It's his game.
is his game now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'd
And
almost
yet,
prefer to have
1800
seen him in the Gold Cup, oddly
Yes,
enough.
has he run in the Gold Cup? I
No.
think years gone by, he didn't.
No, he wouldn't have. Because, no, I don't think so. Because he keeps running in the Champions Cup. But with his long stride and
I
his
agree.
class, I think he would have won the Gold Cup.
1800 will definitely suit got the green one.
Yeah. And if you think back in the days of Millard, that was the, you know,
This used to be the old mainstay.
yeah.
This was the
Oh,
old
the old
mainstay.
mainstay,
too.
correct, yes.
The Bush Telegraph
Yes.
Model Man getting beat by Main Man.
Yeah, some great races
That was a
there.
pace race
Yeah.
that Jeff Lloyd rode him to sleep.
Okay, so that's the Champions Cup. What I was alluding to with the Gold Cup is, you remember there was a horse, Illustrador.
Yes.
He came out and won the Rupert Ellis Brown.
Sprint.
He won the Guineas.
1600.
He won the July,
2-2.
and then he won the Gold
3-2,
Cup.
Correct. That
You
was
know,
an amazing.
And there was no substitute for class for me. You know, if you anyway, interesting. But
I
that's,
agree. I would have put him in that race.
Yeah, I would have taken my chances, but I suppose the owners didn't want to go there. Anyway, then let's just complete with race 10, which is the gold bracelet. And Summer Pudding, all the rage, will be a banker for many in people's second jackpots.
8 to 10 on the blower,
Yes.
12 and a half to 10 with us.
Okay, so there it is. If you like Summer Pudding, and so many people will, you can get 12 to 10 off 8 to 10 with Lance and the SoccerShop.bet team. Why?
You know, Neil, she's, in my opinion, should have been retired before the last run that she ran. And coming back, look, it's a race you should win.
Yes.
She's well in. She's won more races than anybody. She's treated really well. I just think it's a bridge too far. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And again, I like the 3-year-olds. I like the 8 and I like the 9.
Cha-ching and yeah, Sent by Destiny.
And definitely the 10 is going to be the pace for Summer Pudding.
Correct, yes. She
So
probably
everything was set up for her, and there shouldn't be excuses. But
She's a keeper. It wasn't the worst run in the July. I mean, I
No.
gave her no chance.
I
in
think
the
it was
July.
the wrong race for her at the time. I would have
Yes.
gone the Garden Province. Yeah, I'd put you a watch race number 9 because I want to see how the Comitidang July runners do.
Turn out.
And if they do well, then I'm going to give them more than a reasonable chance. But
The bottom line is you're willing to push Summer Pudding out to 12 to 10.
if we win it on the day, this is going to be double or quits.
Yes.
That's how it's going to
Yeah.
go. And if we lose it on the day, it's going to be
The river.
the river. So
Brilliant.
that's the play. But I think she's beaten.
Okay, Lance, always a pleasure, and I appreciate talking to Lance because it's not just about a bookmaker and what they're doing with price boosters. It's also about how they see the races, and you've heard how Lance and Jason and the team here at SoccerShop.bet see those big races. Just a massive day of racing, huge, and yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Always is, come win, lose or draw.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, the hookup with Clocking the Gallops, the feedback from the customers, I just want to thank them. The sign-ups, the enthusiasm, the fact that you guys are enjoying the product, you know, makes it all worthwhile. And again, to your team, thank you, and long may it continue.
Yeah, thanks, Lance. Well, we enjoy it because racing, the more information, good or bad or otherwise, that's what it's all about. Because Clocking the Gallop is here to inform. We give you information. What you do with that information is up to you. I mean, we started off by saying that racing is subjective. It's your decisions. If you like any of those horses that have been pushed out with the price boosters, take advantage. To Lance and the SoccerShop.bet team, we thank them. And if you haven't yet opened up an account, well, it's the end of the season, but of course racing doesn't have a season. It just continues. We'll be into the new one before we know what happened. So open up a account with SoccerShop.bet today.